Savannah Chrisley compares Todd and Julie to Donald Trump. Chrisley knows best alum Savannah Chrisley seems convinced that her mom and dad, Todd and Julie Chrisley, are innocent of fraud and tax-related crimes. Did she just suggest that perhaps they were wrongfully arrested when she compared them to Donald Trump? Read on to find out what people think. Savannah Chrisley posts a meme. The USA Network alum has been promising anyone who will listen that she can get her mom and dad out of prison early. So far, her efforts failed, despite Julie Chrisley getting her sentence vacated. The Chrisley knows best mom of Chase, Grayson, Savannah, and Chloe is back in prison after the court upheld her original sentence. With appeals failing, Savannah Chrisley took other avenues to try and get her parents home. One of those steps was a big campaign to out the prison staff for poor conditions, discrimination, and other failures. But many USA Network critics think that all she does is hurt her parents even more. This week, she resorted to posting a meme, but critics only laughed. The meme hints Todd and Julie wrongly arrested. Recently, the daughter of Todd Chrisley went full MAGA. Each to their own, it's not against the law. But followers believe that she is doing that to try and get a presidential pardon if Donald Trump wins the election. And yes, her meme had a photo of DJT in it. Memes are memes because they are open to interpretation. The meme also featured Steve Bannon. So next to Donald Trump, Savannah Chrisley wrote, Trump, jailed wrongly and released. With Steve Bannon, Savannah Chrisley wrote, Bannon, jailed wrongly and released finally. At the bottom, she put in Todd and Julie. She wrote, Todd and Julie Chrisley, jailed for far too long in poor conditions, and still there. Probably the former USA Network star was trying to suggest that her mom and dad should have gotten a much shorter sentence. But as memes can be misinterpreted, it seemed to hint that they were wrongly arrested and imprisoned. Chrisley knows best critics mocked the meme. When the meme appeared on Reddit, a /best_scallion_9983 said. Other Chrisley knows best fans also laughed, and some of them seemed a bit shocked that Savannah Chrisley had posted it. Here are some of those reactions. Bannon went to prison for refusing to answer a subpoena. That's not being wrongly imprisoned. That's exactly what FAAFO means. Her parents are in the same boat. You actin' a fool. Pardoning isn't ever going to happen for them. Nobody really cares about the situation. Okay, this is beyond delusional. Is she serious? Bless her heart. What are your thoughts on Savannah Chrisley equating Todd and Julie Chrisley with political figures like Donald Trump, who she felt was wrongly jailed before release? Did she hint that her mom and dad were wrongly arrested? Savannah Chrisley's public support for her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, has been unwavering ever since their tax fraud convictions shook their family and sent them to prison. However, in her recent podcast episode, she struck a new tone, creating waves with a surprising comparison to none other than Donald Trump. Savannah's comment, though brief, stirred immediate interest online, with fans, skeptics, and family followers speculating on just how deep her stance goes. Savannah opened up about her parents' legal troubles, painting a vivid picture of their time before they were convicted. She compared Todd and Julie to Trump in terms of the attention and scrutiny they received, not necessarily aligning them politically, but suggesting that, like Trump, her parents had attracted controversy and had been polarizing figures in their own right. For Savannah, Trump's run-ins with legal issues only seemed to underscore a common thread. Public figures being made into larger-than-life symbols, with the media and public casting them as villains or heroes. People want a spectacle, Savannah stated emphatically. They crave a scandal, and sometimes they don't even care if it's true or not. She argued that both her parents and Trump, as wealthy public figures, faced a heightened level of scrutiny and expectations. In her eyes, Todd and Julie had always been under a harsh spotlight, from their reality TV beginnings to the extravagant lifestyles they showed on screen. While she didn't go so far as to compare Trump's political and business scandals directly with her parents' tax issues, she emphasized that there was a certain level of spectacle that powerful, wealthy figures seem unable to escape. The Chrisley family has had its fair share of drama over the years, from custody battles to internal family conflicts, much of which played out on their show Chrisley Knows Best. For many fans, Todd Chrisley represented the epitome of the American dream gone awry. A self-made man who rose from humble beginnings to achieve wealth and fame. But Savannah contended that fame and wealth come at a cost, one her family learned firsthand. People only see the houses, the clothes, the cars, she explained, but they don't see the sacrifices, the struggles, and sometimes the unfair treatment that comes with it. According to Savannah, there's a tendency for public opinion to shift dramatically when powerful people, like her parents or Trump, are involved in legal matters. People jump on the bandwagon, she said. If the news paints you as a villain, that's it, you're a villain to the world. Savannah asserted that, while her parents had their flaws, they were far from the monsters portrayed in certain circles. She argued that the justice system had been particularly harsh on them due to their public status. For Savannah, the comparison to Trump wasn't necessarily one of politics or even morality, but rather a statement about how society treats prominent figures facing scandal. This episode, titled The Price of Fame, Are the Rules Different for Us?, took an introspective turn as Savannah explored the emotional toll her family's fame has exacted. She recalled being blindsided by the court's verdict against her parents, her voice wavering as she described the pain of visiting them in prison and seeing them lose the freedom they'd always cherished. It's easy to sit on the outside and judge, she said, but until you're in those shoes, you have no idea what it feels like to have your life turned upside down by accusations. For many listeners, Savannah's comparison raised questions about privilege and accountability. While she spoke about the difficulties her family faced, critics questioned whether she was sidestepping personal responsibility by focusing on the system's treatment of public figures rather than the actions that led her parents there in the first place. Online, the reactions were mixed. Some fans rallied around her, offering support and defending the Chrisleys as victims of a witch hunt, while others reminded Savannah that her parents were convicted of serious crimes and that fame shouldn't exempt anyone from consequences. Yet Savannah didn't shy away from acknowledging her parents' mistakes. They're human. They're not perfect, and they've admitted to making some mistakes along the way, she said. But she argued that's not all they are. The world, in her view, often paints people with broad strokes, erasing the nuances that make them human. It's like Trump, she commented. To some people, he's the hero. To others, he's the villain. But neither tells the whole story. It's a sentiment that seems to resonate with Savannah's desire to defend her parents, not necessarily as faultless individuals, but as complex human beings caught in a machine that values scandal over truth. She noted how public figures like her parents often face harsher punishments than those who are less prominent. It's about making an example of people, she claimed. It's about teaching a lesson, and sometimes that lesson feels like a punishment that goes way beyond fairness. At the end of the episode, Savannah turned introspective, pondering the future for her family. She expressed hope that Todd and Julie's experiences, painful as they are, could serve as a cautionary tale for others. If there's anything we can take from this, it's that we have to be better, and we have to remember that the world sees us differently. She added that, while she may never see eye to eye with everyone on the matter, She remains committed to advocating for her parents and seeking ways to make something good out of something terrible. Savannah's words may have left listeners with more questions than answers, but they underscored her firm stance. Fame comes with a cost, and sometimes that cost is steep. While she may have drawn a controversial comparison, her underlying message was clear. Public perception can be a powerful weapon, one that can shape lives and legacies, for better or worse. And for Savannah, defending her family's legacy remains a priority, even if it means stirring the pot along the way.